This conference will now be recorded.
The
This
demo.
conference will now be recorded.
So first we will go through this slide and then I'll give you the brief demo to the system so that you people can understand what are the things in its scope. So in the ATTP, we will, as an introductory, we will tell you the market requirements because the serialization is now the global. So it's been enforced in US in 2018. In fact, it was in 2017, but later on it was delayed. So US is fully serialized as per the DSCSA, which means Drug Supply Chain Security Act, and then UFMD, that is for European Falsified Medicine Directive. So that is the law, and it is been enforced in 2019 in Europe. So US and Europe is fully serialized for prescription medicine. So in the training, I will also explain you guys that what are the medicines are in scope for serialization and what are the medicines are not in scope. So yeah, so in US, like we have a OTC medicines with the which are the over the counter. So those are not part of the serialization. Okay, so I will clearly define you guys and distinguish that what are the things are in scope and why these are in scope, why the other things are not in scope, and the role of the ATTP. So why SAP has introduced a new module called the Advanced Track and Trace for Pharmaceuticals. So before that, we had SAP OER and AII. Why those modules were not sufficient to take care of the compliance, and why the ATTP is here. Then we will also cover the business processes because the pharmaceutical have slightly different business processes. So there is a contract manufacturing which you guys may understand based on a subcontracting, but in pharmaceutical we call it the contract manufacturing. Then different business process like in selling to our own product, selling to customers product, manufacturing customers product, all the business processes will be covered under the training, so that when you go for an interview you can easily explain and you can easily understand the pharmaceutical businesses. We will also scope the solutions, and the main thing is GS1 and EPCI standard. These are the Bible. For example, if you have gone through the SAP SD initially, there is a Bible book called Glenn Williams. Have you guys heard about that? Maybe not.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So those were the Bible. We used to used to take it as a Bible, and we refer that for understanding. So same is for the GS1. This is called the Journal Specification 1. It is an organization which publish the guidelines. Okay, this is not the government body, but this is an organization like NGO kind. Okay, so it's a global organization which publishes the guidelines, but FDA, you heard about the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. So the FDA takes these rules and implement it in US, and simultaneously other countries, legal or regulatory bodies, they take these rules and implement in their country. Okay, so those are the Bibles, those are the books, those are the terminology. I will explain you during the training that how to go through this book. This is a very huge book, but everything is not related. For pharmaceuticals, we have to concentrate this specific thing, but very interesting. You will enjoy it. Next is the content for the country for serialization. So the different country have the different requirement. For example, US, we must have the 2D barcode, but there is no, like in entire supply chain traceability is required. But for Europe, it's a perfect example for European model. So the difference between the European model, US model, Russian model. So Russia, it's a different, it's a quite complicated but very authenticate. So we have like India is also now coming into the picture from 1st of April. So in the training, it will be in scope global serialization. For each country, I will describe you that what is their requirement, why they want, and what they want. The technical solution elements. So elements here, we will work on the customer's integration. We will also see the packaging line integrations. Okay, how to integrate with the packaging line. Customers, what are the like protocols or technical elements we need to integrate with them, and the data architecture. So we have a two kind of data, U data. Okay, so those are for getting a serial number, generating serial numbers, sending the file information to customer, and then ECC to ATTP, that integration we will work. We will also see the integration with ECC and ATTP or EWM. Okay, so it's a vice versa. Whether you integrate with ECC or ATTP to EWM, it's the same. This is a tool through that we can work. Okay. Here it's a landscape, like in ATTP is quite compatible to integrate with any kind of system. It can integrate with government system where we have to report. Like in Europe, we have a EMVO. It's a cloud system where we have to report all the data to government. Same is with India. We have a portal called iVeda. So there we have to report all the information. So there's an integration. So the ATTP can integrate with them. ATTP can integrate with the ECC. ATTP can integrate with the packaging line. And ATTP can integrate with any system, third-party system, customer system, and any other EPCI system. So EPCI means Electronic Product Code Information. So that is ATTP is also part of the EPCIS, like ERP. You call the ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. So SAP is a ERP software. Oracle is a ERP, right? Microsoft Dynamics also ERP. So ERP is a generic word. So that's the same thing with the EPCIS. Maybe this is little complicated for you this time, but after one or two sessions, you will be very familiar with this kind of word and terminology. This is a little in
And
this.
Sam, sorry, before slide, so is it packing line is mandatory, or otherwise can we have the packing line functionalities in EWM or ERP system?
All right. So basically, yes. So in uh, no, answer is exactly no, and I
Okay,
will tell you why. And in the training, I will tour you to packaging line, how it works. Okay, virtual
okay,
tour. Okay,
okay,
so it will give you very I will very thorough knowledge how the packaging line works.
okay. Mhm.
So basically, packaging line is a you have seen the conveyor belt. When you go for an airport, you put your
Yeah,
luggage. There is automatically it pull down, right?
correct.
So it's a kind of the conveyor belt where we put the medicine. It goes over there, then it packed, then barcode printed, it is scanned, everything. So EWM, it's a machine packaging line, and then it
Okay,
has software. Okay,
okay,
EWM
okay.
is SAP EWM. How you will pack it? You need a manpower, right?
Yes, yes.
Packaging line do everything there.
Okay,
Okay, I will virtual tour you guys because you should know how the packaging line works. This is a backbone for serialization.
okay, okay,
Okay, this is a technical architecture where it says that how we integrate with the government system, that is web services. Have you guys worked or heard about the web services earlier?
yes, yes.
Okay, so these are the SOAP protocol, and we use the AS2 connections, web services. So those basic two, or maybe we can use the SFTP, okay, or RFC connections. So those are like how we integrate with SAP ATTP with the different systems. So that we will take care. I will show you the basics, okay?
Mhm.
This is the actual serialization. In this picture, you are seeing a 2D barcode and 4 key element. So you know the product master in SAP, right? In serialization, we call it the GTIN. It's a unique number allocated to a product, okay? And then it's a batch number. You guys know the batch. Expiration date, you know guys that. And then the serial number. So serial number will be unique for each medicine. So what is the difference between the lot based and serialized based? So under one lot, you can manufacture 100,000 medicine, correct? 100,000 packs.
Yeah.
Lot will be same. But in serialization, if there is a under a one batch, if there is 100,000, then 100,000 serial number will be assigned to each pack. So there will be 100,000 unique numbers. So identity of the each pack is a different than the other one.
So this GTIN is provided for each material globally by some organization.
What GTIN?
GTIN, yeah. Is
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
if we have 1,000 materials in our organization, so we need to apply for GTIN numbers for all 1,000 materials from the
So
government.
yeah, no, not the government. So government does not allocate it, and that is a part of our training. I'll explain you how the GTIN works. So
Okay,
we first have to register ourselves with the GS1. They assign you one code. Okay. With that
okay,
code, you have to create a GTIN because that code will be unique to you. And with that code, you will create a GTIN, and then the GTIN will be unique to you. For example, if the code is, let's say, 40557 and 2,
hmm
40557 2. So this code is unique to you globally. If you are creating a GTIN with the 40772 and then rest of your numbers, so it will be unique to you because no one can use this number, correct?
okay, yeah, yeah,
So it is like that. So there is a GTIN allocation rule and how the GTIN is constructed. And GTIN is not straight away you can put any number. There is a law, sorry, there is a rule for creating a GTIN. So I'll explain during the training that
okay,
how to create GTIN and what are the things has to be care. So here is a security code also,
hmm
right? So this is coming after the some calculation methodology. So generally there is a site through that you can do it, but I will also teach you guys that how this calculation and math work. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So this is the supply chain. Here, like we know that products are manufacturing as in a strip. We call it the strip in general language, but in pharmaceutical we call it the blister in tablets. Okay. And then if you go to the chemist in India, or you go to Walgreen or somewhere, so you will see that in one pack there is a multiple blisters are there. So serialization is always on the secondary packaging. This is the primary packaging, but serialization starts from the secondary packaging or sellable unit. Not sellable unit to the customer, means the patient. Sellable unit in distribution or in retailer. So don't confuse with that. Sellable not to direct customer, because one direct customer can have one strip, right? As per his diagnosis, he need only one strip or two strip. But this is the sellable unit to retailer or distributor, because distributor does not buy one strip, two strip, right? They buy in bulk. So manufacturer sells in the bulk. So that's what the serialization in the secondary packaging. And the another issue with the primary packaging, it will not have a space for putting the 2D barcode and details, correct?
Yes.
It's a very limited space in backside. So that's what the secondary space. Then we make these boxes as in a pallet. So when we club all the pallets, when we club all the boxes into a heap of box and make it in a pallet, this is called the aggregation. You aggregate the boxes. So every label will have a serial number. This will have a serial number, this will have a different serial number, and if you are making another box, then we'll have a different serial number for the same product. And in fact, the GTIN will also be a different. Okay, when the labels of the hierarchy changes, the GTIN also applies. Different GTIN applies for the same product, but that is always a parent GTIN. Okay, so that I will explain you. Then it goes to shipping, and then finally it distributed. So once we ship the product, okay, at that moment we send the notification to customers, or we send the notification to we send notification to customers, we send notification to uh, customer as well as the government.
Okay. In the sellable serialized carton, so we can have multiple materials also, or multiple batches also.
Okay, yes, but that is called the partial case, okay, or that is called the heterogeneous heterogeneous case, not the homogeneous.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so
So is allowed
yes,
heterogeneous
it is
also.
allowed. It is allowed, but there will be SSCC number. There will not be a GTIN number, because if it is a homogeneous, then you can put a label with the GTIN number, because all the products are the same. But if there is a different product, or maybe the different batches, then it will be a heterogeneous.
Okay.
I will explain during a training how it works. Okay.
Okay.
And it is quite possible, and we
Okay.
do it also. This is the process overview for the packaging. Okay, so when you need something for packaging, you need a serial number for that product. So packaging line requests serial number to ATTP. Based on the request, ATTP assign serial number to packaging line. So there is a communication. Okay, communication between two systems, so that we will set up packaging line and ATTP. And then once it's packed, it goes to the warehouse where your EWM works. So it doesn't matter EWM or WM. Okay, ERP's WM or EWM, we do not distinguish. For us, it's a warehouse. Packaging one, and then it's a packaging start. So this entire workflow we will see in the training. We create a primary packaging, secondary packaging, then we apply barcode in secondary packaging. As I said earlier slide, a previous slide, we can do the multiple labels of the packaging. Then finally we do the palletization, and then we ship the pallet to customer. This is the GS1 vocabulary. So the barcode, we create 2D barcode. There is a encoding decoding, because if you see the barcode, you will see the dot dot. You cannot understand what are the information encoded inside the barcode. Okay. So here we do some setting in SAP ATTP. Have you guys worked on the RF gun?
Yes.
So here we do the setting in RF gun. Okay. So
Okay.
that is also part of our training, that how the barcode RF can understand what is inside the barcode. So there is like FNC codes and other thing. Through that system differentiate, this is a linear barcode, this is a 2D barcode, this is another barcode. So we do the setting. Then we have a repository, that is a database. So in the database we have a different the EPCS file, EPCS 1.0, 1.1, 1.2. So I will morely focus on EPCS 1.2 because EPCS 1.2 is going to be enforced very soon, and now all the companies are in transition from 1.1 to 1.2. That is a more authentic, but I will also take care of the 1.1 because still some companies are over there. This is the vocabulary. This is also a Bible for us where the things are set up. Now I will let you guys know this is why this is very interesting and this is very easy to understand. When the customer says we create a like order type OR and we create a ZOR, correct? Whatever we need, we customize, we create as per the business and create as a Z, create enhancement. We change the process as per the business in SAP, correct?
Correct.
Right. It is not allowed in ATTP. If ATTP has a name called commissioning, you cannot make it your own process and call that Z commissioning. If you do Z commissioning, your entire setup will fail. So there is a book, there is a set of guidelines which published, and it says if the vocabulary is this, you have to keep this. You cannot make it Z. If you are making a Z, then it cannot be communicated because it's a global rule. For example, I am using a word commissioning, sending you a data, but you created a Z commissioning. So when I send the data, will it be accepted?
No, it should
No,
be in the
because you
same
don't
communication.
understand Z commissioning. So that's what in GS1 it says, that you have to use and follow the global rule. All right.
So any company will do enhancements here, maybe in the same line of business vocabulary, or
No, it is not allowed. We do, but that is the specific to company because you cannot generalize it.
okay,
99.9% everyone keeps it because everyone knows if they change it, it will fail the communication. Okay. But the
okay,
business process or something, we do the enhancement. It's not like that ATTP, we do not do enhancement. We do enhancement, but we do not touch these things. GS1 or business vocabulary.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Business
Okay,
processes, we do some changes.
okay,
And when we go through in detail in training, you will understand why we do not do it.
mm-hmm.
Because logic is behind that, and all the companies follows that very well. So that's why working in ATTP, it's a very easy. Okay,
Okay,
understanding also very easy because it's a very shortest module, very cute, shortest and very logical module.
okay,
So this is the global compliance we will follow. Like in US, we are working on VRS. This is the verification router services. This is for the sellable return. Europe, we will look into the EUFMD. Russia, we will see the crypto codes. Saudi Arabia, we will see the SFDA, or India also will be included in the training. Okay, these are the compliance rules. So irrespective of Any EPCI system, it will be same. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's an ATTP, if it is a ATTP or any other module. We will also, I will try to overview guys the other systems like TraceLink, RFXL, Verify Brand, and Arvado. But I can show you these two systems. I'll see the availability of these two systems. Okay.
Okay.
So other than, and this is the bonus. I think this is a bonus. No one can try to show you guys these things. I will also overview of this system, particularly optal vision. Okay. These are rarely used, but mainly the packaging line. I will give you virtual overview of this thing, how it functions. Okay. You will see the end-to-end workflow. This is also bonus for you guys. This is not part of ATTP, but I believe that being a ATTP consultant, you guys should know this.
And if there is any example, if we are not, our company is not using ATTP, if they are using some third-party software, so
Exactly.
will
Coming to
you,
your point.
is there any standard EDI standards to integrate into our SAP system?
Okay. There is no EDI or anything, but I'll tell you one thing. After this training, because more than ATTP, I focus on the serialization. There is two things. One is system, one is the process. Okay. After this training, if you are working on, let's say, TraceLink, you can easily work on that. After this training, you will not be only a ATTP consultant. You will be a serialization consultant, like me. I am not strict to any specific system. I works all the system. Okay. So I focus on that to make you serialization consultant, ATTP plus serialization consultant. I know that it's a very important for you guys when you are integrating with your customers. Customer may have the different system, right? If you know their system, you can easily integrate with them. Secondly, you can get a chance in a company where they have not the ATTP but the TraceLink. Right, and you can easily work on that. So my main focus will be like this, making you a serialization consultant more than the ATTP. So ATTP you will learn, plus additionally you will learn the serialization part.
Great.
So this is the repository, like we will cover this. You will see anyhow, need not to explain. This is, we have already seen the second slide, that what the things are included in this. So from ECC, we integrate the master data, which is your customers, which is your location, means your plant, sales orgs. You call it this entity, we call it locations. Then trade items, you call the materials. Those are the master data we will integrate. Then transactional data like inbound, outbound deliveries, production order, not this is a production order for integration with the packaging line, but generally we use the inbound and outbound deliveries. Then warehouse toolbox. So this is for EWM or WM. There is a toolbox, through that we do the rework scenario in the warehouse. Okay, so those are the part of our training.
So you will cover production order integration also, right? Along with inbound, outbound.
Production order, basically that is related with the packaging line. And packaging line is not in this training because we don't have the packaging line. Packaging line, we cannot have a dummy system like in SAP. But inbound, outbound is a covered. But definitely you will not get a chance if you work in serialization. Okay, so that is a part of the packaging line, not any EPCS system or ATTP or any serialization system. It's a part of your packaging line, because based on your production order, they know that how much a quantity and we have to pack it. So let me show you the system.
Yes, sure.
This is the IMG. Let me. So this is the ATTP system. 1 minute. So this is the ATTP system. It's same like any other SAP ERP. Okay, and this is the add-on. So basically, we have a cockpit like any other latest module. SAP always introduces as a cockpit. If you work on EWM or if you worked on GTS, TM, they have a cockpit, right? So it's the same kind of things. A specific menu for working day-to-day work. So we have a section called the master data. There we will see the master data integration between the ECC and ATTP. So this master data can be integrated. This master data can be created locally also. Let's see the business partner. We have a different kind of partners. So here we create the partners. We can create our own organization as a partner. We can create a customer as a partner. We can create a vendor as a also. It's a CMO. So there is no vendor concept. It's just a part of like this. Let me show you. So we classify the customers like this. Business partner type. Okay. So what kind of customer it is? Like in SAP, we create a vendor separately, customer separately, right? So
Yes.
here it's a partner. We classified whether this partner is a vendor, it's a customer, contract manufacturer, own organization, service provider.
So if we create this master data in ECC, can we, what is the method to replicate the data here? Is there any?
Yeah, so there is an integration. Okay,
Yes.
we will cover that integration in the training. There is an integration in ECC side. So there we can select that what are the customers are our serialization products, because one company can manufacture the multiple kind of the products.
Okay.
Like
So is
API.
that something called SIP or some different core interface or some other method?
It's a kind of the SIF, okay, CIF, but there it's a core interface, okay. But
Okay.
this is with the ECC. I will take care of that. Okay.
Okay.
So
And
it is
also one follow-up question. Can we have this ATTP as part of ECC or some other ERP system, like plugin, or
it's
it
a
should be
plugin.
standalone,
It's an add-on. It's not a standalone. It's an add-on.
add-on
Like any
within
other.
the?
Yeah. What is your EWM? It's a standalone system or it's a part?
It's embedded.
Same is kind of this. It's not a standalone system.
Oh, okay, okay. Is there any difference between ECC and S4 when we add on? Any functionality difference?
No,
Okay,
doesn't matter. It's a ECC or S4. Doesn't
okay,
matter
okay.
because it's a
Thank.
core functionality will be same.
Okay, okay.
All right. So this is like it has a lots of other data and tab like in customer, but these are the serialization specific. Same is we have a location. Location also we can have like you call in ECC entity like plant, storage location, warehouse, right? But we
Yes.
call location here. But these things same can be coming from your ECC. We can replicate.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is directly we can say, okay, this is, and then there is a setting and configuration in ECC side. So you will be surprised to see that those things already was there in ECC, we never use.
Okay.
So you will be very comfortable because it's a highly integrated with the ECC. You won't feel something new or complicated. Trade item is your product. We call the product master here. We call the GTINs or trade items. Okay. So same like this is your material number of ECC. Okay, these are, and it is also integrated with the ECC to ATTP. It's up to us how we want to sync it. Like we create a product, it's automatically sync, or we change it, change pointer, because you sync one product and you send it to ECC to ATTP. Now you change some details. What happened
Mhm.
after that? So we have all this functionality. If we change something, whether it will be automatically update to ATTP immediately, how it will be updated, what information will be updated, because material master have thousands of the field, right? All
Yes.
of the fields are not relevant for us in ATTP. So we define that what are the field, if we change in ECC, it will automatically update in ATTP immediately.
Mhm.
So those configuration we do with the other things. And then systems. So we have a systems like, customer system, packaging line, ECC, ATTP, all the system and integration we do here. So that is completely technical, but it is a part of our training. Okay, integration.
Okay.
And then serial numbers. So serial numbers, you think about the serial numbers and we use it. Serial number can be sequential only numbers. It can be alphanumeric. It can be randomized. It can be 12 digit, 13 digit, 20 digit, 8 digit. It's up to us. So all these settings and other things we do here. It's a country specific requirement also. Like in Europe, they need a randomized number. And it is 1 by 10,000 randomization due to the security. So all this setting we do here, and then we assign to product so that that product gets the serial number from this range only. And then we have like events. Let me show you. Okay, so this is that for this G10 we created one packaging, one shipment. It is shipped, it is received. So you can see all the stages here, like complete. When we packed it, it's packed. When we send it to warehouse, it is received. When we ship it to the customer, it is shipped. So same thing, automatically status gets changed. And we do the events from ATTP. So the all information dynamically change and updates. This is the events. Oh, date is today's date. So these are all the events. You can see commissioning, packaging, decommissioning. Okay. So this all these events and why this is called commissioning, decommissioning, it will be part of our training. Very interesting these things are.
So this is with reference to serial number, or how we
Yes.
can track these events?
So this is okay. So events is a event means one incident. Okay, events
Mhm.
call. So in
Yeah.
that incident, there may be a thousands of the serial number. If you want to see based on the serial number, okay, you can
Okay.
see here. You can see the product is specific. You can see the event is specific. You can see the serial number is specific, like here.
Okay.
Okay. Then we have a reporting events. So generally, we mind no one can no one can have a report like integration with government system or reporting systems. Okay, so that's what you won't see anything here, because as a training system we cannot integrate with the customer, sorry, government system, right? It's not allowed.
Okay.
But conceptually and configuration, everything we will show. But only thing I cannot show over here, the reporting things, because we are not authorized for training purpose to integrate with the government portals as well. We will be fine.
It
Okay,
only
you
shows
understand that?
government, or otherwise with customers or third party systems also?
We can do the third party, but we must have a customer, right?
Yes. Yes. Okay.
So configuration part, everything will be there end to end. Scenario part will be there. The only thing I cannot trigger the event
Okay.
because there is no customer,
Okay. Okay.
right? It's a training system, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is part of this. Any question? Okay, let me tell you about the duration. Duration generally it's a 20 to 20 to 25 hours, but I will extend it to 30 hours because 5 5 to 8 hours I give additionally for serialization concepts. Okay, to make you for a serialization consultant, not the ATTP consultant. So those are the additional. And I have like timings. My evening times, I'm EST time zone. If you want a weekdays, I can take a class weekdays like Monday to Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
1 hour EST after 5 or anytime. Okay, then you can calculate with the Naveen. Weekend anytime I'm good. That will be 2 to 2.5 hours, weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Irrespective of time, you can decide whether you are in Europe, India, US, anytime. I'm good in weekend.
And will you provide these sessions in recorded
Yes,
videos?
yes, yes. So that in the future, I know that we are the working professional,
Yeah.
okay, and
Yes.
many times we cannot continue practicing, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So we need to do later on. So we refer those videos and we do the practice. So Naveen will provide you. Not only that, I will be also here after the training also. You can contact me anytime. All the previous students contact me always for whenever they face issue based on my availability, because I am also working professional, right? So if I am busy, I'll let you guys know that tonight, next night, or in weekend we can connect and discuss and work on those. So this is not a one-time relation. That support is there. It's kind of friendship kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any question?
Yeah, I'm good, Sam. Thank you.
All right. And I forgot the other name.
Yeah, nothing
Manish.
from my. Yeah.
Yeah. Any question? Any doubts? Any observation?
Maybe one query. You said
Mhm.
that there is a large difference between US and Europe and
Mhm.
Russian, like that. I mean, what is that like? Why is it so specific? With
Right.
respect to
Good question. So US says that you print the 2D barcode and you serialize it and keep the data within your system. You are good. You need not to share it. You need not to
okay,
share it. But Europe says that you serialize it, the data you have to report to government cloud. The data will be throughout the supply chain will be validated. When you send the distributor, he has to verify it. He scan it, data again go to cloud and cloud says serial number okay. When it goes to direct, you says you are in India, right? So you say
yes,
the chemist. So think about when chemist is selling to you, he will scan this 2D barcode. Barcode will go to cloud. Cloud will say, okay, I'm decommissioning it. It's good. Give it to customer. They will give it to customer and that serial number is decommissioned, means it's out of market now. Okay. But if the same fake serial number someone is again selling it or faking it, they will scan, chemist will scan, and it will goes to cloud. It will generate an alert. It's sold, red alert. It will send an alert to government. It will send an alert to manufacturer. It will send alert to other department, and then verification and investigation is start. But US it is not there. But we are doing it through the VRS some extent.
okay.
You got
So
it?
yeah, I
Yeah.
got it. I got it. What you just said. But in Europe, I think it's part of Brexit. I think they are anyhow doing decommissioning of all serial numbers, right, for the distributors and manufacturers. How it is
So
going to?
Brexit, okay. So the Brexit is basically for UK. Finally, they haven't still published that how they will do. Currently, they are part of the EMVO. Okay, they call the NMVO. It's each country have their own cloud, and then those cloud integrated with the master cloud. So now they are going to, like, the first 2 years. Brexit is specifically for the UK. So first 2 years they will be using the same NMVO, and then they have a plan for transition to their own cloud because they will not be part of the Europe. So in detail, I can tell you theoretically all this thing in the training, that what is their plan, why they are migrating it, and what is the drawback, and what are the benefits they have. So Brexit is only for UK, not for entire Europe. Europe will be intact. Any other question, guys?
Yeah, no other questions, Sam.
All right. So let Naveen know your decision, and if you decide to go ahead with the training, Naveen will let me know, and then let him know the timings, and he will discuss with me, and then mutually agreed we will start the session if you guys go ahead with that.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Guys. See you again. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.